Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Faradiba Alma. I'm from D class, and in this video, I would like to tell you the analysis of the short story with the title The Gift of the Magi by O. Henry. Okay, the first that I analyze is the summary, themes, plot details, point of view, character, setting, symbol, tone, mood, example of literary element, formulate opinion, and the last is connection to anything. Let's start with summary. The Gift of the Magi is about a couple, Mr. and Mrs. James Dillingham Young. All of the event happened on the Christmas Eve, and the main lesson of the story was telling you that the more you give, the more you receive. James and Della do not have a lot of money, so they had to give up what they loved and cherished the most about themselves to make other one happy. Della went to barbershop and got all of her hair cut off to get more money to buy a gift for her husband. She wanted to buy a fob for his watch to hang from his vest or jacket pocket. After she got the gift, she went home to see her husband, and he was very appalled about her new look. She had no hair, and his gift was a brand new set of beautiful combs for her beautiful hair. He got the money, but he got the money to buy the combs by selling the watch to get extra money. They decided to put their gift away until later, until they really need them. Next is themes. The themes of the story, The Gift of the Magi, is love. It proved because Della and Jim both willingly sacrificed their most prized possession in order to give each other nice gifts. Next is plot detail. The first is the exposition. The exposition of the story start or happen when the main character is introduced. There was a woman named Della. She was counting her money and realized that it was not enough to buy a present for Jim, her husband. She felt really sad that the next day would be Christmas, and she still didn't know what to do. She really wanted to buy Jim a present. Next is the story goes to rising action. It happens when Della totally in deep confusion about what she could do. She only got $1.87 as the result after she had saved every penny for a month. She knew that the money would never be enough for get a great present. She cried for a while, but then she found out that she had to take a risk. It is told that Della had extremely long brown hair. She immediately went out of her house and searched for any store that would buy her hair. She was walking through the street, and suddenly she stopped and she read signed Madame Sovereign, hair good of all kind. She rushed into the store, met a woman named Madame Sovereign, and asked her to buy her hair. And Madame Sovereign buy Della hair. After Della get the money from Madame Sovereign, the next is Della buy Jim present. Then the climax. The climax in this story happened when Jim finally went home from work. Seeing his wife's hair cut off, he suddenly just stand still at his place without being angry, surprised, or disapproval. He asked his wife to make sure that her hair had been really gone. Della cried and told him that she cut it off and sold it. The following action is when Jim took out a package from his coat and spoke to Della. He seemed to feel alright. He did not mind about Della's short hair. He asked Della to unwrap the package to make Della understand why Jim was like that at the first time he saw Della. She opened the package and she cried because it was a set of comb made a pure tortoise shell with gels, and it was that she had dreamed for a long time. After that, Della gave Jim the chain that she bought and asked him to try it on his watch. However, Jim didn't not obey. He threw himself on a couch and smiled. The resolution is that Jim and Della were happy in the end. The next is point of view. The narrator of The Gift of Magi used third-person point of view. This is because the narrator tells the story by using the pronoun she, he, it, and names to mention all the character. It's considered to be limit omniscience as the narrator only know about all the major character, which are Della and Jim. Is the character. The first major character is Miss James Dillingham Young, or Della. Della is dynamic character in the story because her cycle appearance changed in the end of story. In the beginning, it described that she has beautiful long brown hair. It looked like a brown waterfall. However, she cut off her hair in order to buy a present for her husband, so her hair became very short. Besides, Della is a flat character since her way to interact with other characters throughout the story tends to be same from the beginning until the end. The second major character is Mr. James Dillingham Young, or Jim. Jim can be considered as a flat and static character. Jim's way of talking remains the same since he only appeared almost in the end of the story. He is static character because his cycle appearance did not change at all. The next character is minor character. She is Madame Sovereign. Madame Sovereign is considered as a stock character since she tends to be the only complement the character. Next is the setting. The first is place setting. The place setting is in the Della and Jim house, Madame Sovereign store, and the store where Della got the chain for the present. And next is time setting. The time settings is when the Christmas Eve. The symbol is the first is the gray cat. The gray cat symbolizes loss of hope, sadness, having very little and boring place. Almost everything in that teeny cramped apartment of Della was the gray cat represent it. Next is the gold. Gold symbolized love, eternity, and money. Money because that is something the couple lack. Eternity because gold doesn't rust or ever disappear. Love because Jim gave up his most prized possession, his gold watch, to buy Della a Christmas present. Third, the next is Christmas. In the story, since the story takes place during the Christmas holiday, the gift symbolizes the gift that the three wise men gave to baby Jesus, even if it is not said if they arrived after his birth or were present, for its sources show that they did deliver three gifts to Jesus. The three wise men are often refers to the Magi. And then the comes. The comes present a young man's love for his wife. They also symbolize the adorning of making his wife very happy. He would do almost anything to see Della happy. The last symbol is Della's hair. Della's hair symbolizes youth. By cutting her hair off to have money to buy her husband a gift. Next, the example of literary elements. The first is the tone. The tone of this story is very affectionate. You can tell the couple cares about each other a lot and will go through anything to get what the other one wants. Next is the mood. The mood of this story is very touching because you realize how much these two people love each other. You can tell that they would do anything to make the other one happy. Then the formulate opinion. Actually, I agree with the author because the author illustrate or describe a true love very well. The connection. In my opinion, I think in real life there must be love like Della and Jim. And also, maybe the author get inspired of the story from the real life. Okay, so sorry if there are any mistake. And thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.